Events are at the heart of everything that we do at Hey Lady. This is where we meet, we practice, and we spark new friendships. And we love to get creative. The Hey Lady team is continually thinking of new and interesting ways to help you meet and get to know other members. And, of course, to help you develop the skills that you need to have incredible English conversations. In this video, we're going to take a look at just a few of the events hosted by the Hey Lady team so that you've got an idea about what's included in your membership if you decide to join. For each event type, I'll explain what you can expect when you attend and give you a little sneaky glimpse into some real examples recorded from events inside the community. So what exactly are events? And what are the different kinds of events that you can attend? Essentially, an event is an opportunity for you to interact with other members in our community. Almost all of our events happen online, via video, and you can access them directly through our platform. For this reason, you'll need to make sure that you have a camera, a microphone, and a reliable internet connection to make sure that you have an enjoyable experience with us. Inside Hey Lady, events are scheduled around the clock and they can be hosted by anyone in the community, but for now, we'll be looking at the events hosted by Hey Lady teachers. When you join Hey Lady, all of these events are included in the Foundations program, starting with Conversation Starters. Conversation Starters are available to everyone participating in our Foundations program, and they've been created especially for new ladies joining our community. They're particularly helpful for ladies who may need a little extra guidance on how to have a great conversation, or perhaps need a bit of extra confidence and support to help them get started. At these events, participants have the opportunity to talk about one of the topics that's been set by our teachers. Everyone has the opportunity to prepare for these conversations by heading to our topics page where we provide video lessons, vocabulary lists, and workbooks that you can study with in advance if you want to. Conversation Starters are always hosted by one of our teachers, but unlike a class, your teacher is there not to teach a lesson, but to coach you while you're actually speaking. Their job is to facilitate, not to lead the conversation. So you can expect the teacher to welcome everyone, to introduce the topic, and maybe highlight some important vocabulary or expressions that will help to get everyone talking and help the conversation unfold naturally. The most important thing in a conversation starter is that everyone has the opportunity to speak. And to make sure that happens, we'll divide everyone into small groups of around 3 to 4 women. Let's step inside a conversation starter and see what it's really like.
I don't know about now, but I did some research before because I was planning to go to Japan for the Olympics. But yes, we couldn't go.
Yeah. To be honest, it's like a sunshine to my life because before this, I was with in my pregnancy after the delivery. Then I had so many complaints to my husband that I'm alone, and he doesn't pay attention. But now, no complaints.
Now you're like, leave me alone. I'm talking to my friends.
They just gave us the good opportunity for the speak English every day.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of the huge benefits of our community for sure. I better jump to another room quickly. So I will see you back in our breakout rooms in a few minutes. You have a couple more minutes to keep chatting together.
Towards the end of the conversation starter, the teacher will bring everyone back together and share some useful tips and advice based on her observations as she's been joining the different conversations in different groups.
Lots of you are talking about being quite introverted. Maybe it's your personality generally, or maybe it's you when you are using English. Sometimes they can be different. But the way that where you're often using the word introvert is not quite correct. Let me put it into the chat box here.
This is always a really lovely opportunity for everyone to learn from the experience of doing. Now, by attending conversation starters, you'll soon discover how to have really interesting conversations in English with people that you might be meeting for the very first time. and it'll help you to develop exceptional skills that you'll be able to continue applying every time you show up to a conversation on our platform. Grammar Spots. Grammar Spots are also events open to all members in our community. They're live lessons hosted by one of our teachers, which focus on a particular aspect of grammar. And in particular, the grammar that is relevant to the conversation topic that our community is exploring at the time. Grammar Spots really are more like a regular class where the teacher will be there teaching, offering explanations, and everyone attending will be watching, listening, and asking questions. When you join a Grammar Spot, you won't need to have your camera or your microphone on, as everyone communicates with the teacher through the chat box. Let's take a little look.
So what is a two-verb phrase or a two-verb structure? Well, it's a clause that has two verbs. For example, I recommend getting your degree. I could also say, I recommend that you get your degree. But this works. I recommend getting your degree. She hopes to get a promotion. So let's answer these questions. If you're watching, you can answer in the chat box. How many verbs are in each sentence? What do you think? There are two verbs in each of these sentences, like recommend and get. Hope, get.
Our members love Grammar Spots because they're a great way to keep studying the topic, but they're also a really easy type of event to join from anywhere and just listen in. Office hours. Now, if you have a specific question about our conversation topic, or maybe you're a little unsure about something we taught in the lessons, then you're welcome to come along to any of our office hours events. You can think of these like an open door to your teacher's office. She'll be online and available at that time for an hour, so you can show up with any questions that you have that you need to find out the answers for. Depending on how many ladies show up with questions, your teacher may spend the entire hour responding to questions about the lessons, or she'll have some extra practice activities that will help to reinforce the lesson. Should we take a look at what it's like?
Okay, so when you say is getting, you're using the present continuous form of the verb to get, okay? Now, I'm not sure what your reference is to adverb or adjective. It doesn't quite work. Getting, like any verb plus ing, could also be used as a gerund, but I don't see it being used as an adverb or an adjective. Okay, so let's just say this about that. Getting, present continuous, present continuous, for example, I am getting a raise or something like that.
Many members in our community enjoy attending office hours, even if they don't have questions that they need answers. They're simply there to learn from the questions of others. Office hours are scheduled regularly across many time zones, and they're available to everyone in our community. Conversations over coffee. Conversations over coffee are a wonderful example of how our team is always finding new ways to inspire our members and to keep going on their English journey. The concept is exactly as it sounds. Grab a cup of coffee, come along and listen in to a conversation. What makes these events so interesting is that the conversation is happening between our teachers and our community members. So we invite women from our community to join our teachers for a live conversation. We choose a topic that's really intriguing, really interesting, sometimes controversial, and also sometimes we're just celebrating the incredible achievements or experience of women within our community. At these events, there's no pressure for you to talk. You can just enjoy watching and learning from the other women in our community. Should we listen in for just a minute?
As for me, actually, I like to host two different kind of events. So some events, some group events, actually, which are mostly games or get to know each other according to our country, to our culture, tradition, etc. So we can exchange a little bit our opinions. And other chats that are mostly focused on one-to-one chats or deep chats where you can get to know each other more, basically.
By attending Conversations Over Coffee, you'll have the chance to listen in on a real conversation between our community members. You'll hear different accents, different English abilities, and be able to learn from the experiences and the ideas that they share. So, in this video, we just saw a few of the different kinds of events that happen inside our community. There are so many more. We have events to help you meet and get to know other members informally, events to help you practice your public speaking skills, and over time, you'll be able to attend events that are created and hosted by other community members. By exposing yourself to English conversations in so many different contexts, you will soon find your confidence and your conversation skills will take off to the next level.